So I told him the stalker moved to South America, and he believed me.
You lied to the private investigator?
Oh, what do you want me to say, Whitney? Yes, I'm the girl Ethan thinks is stalking him. He would have arrested me right there.
Ethan could still recognize you.
I won't get caught. My disguise works. I told you I'd fool him, and I have.
Are you sure the investigator believed you, Teresa?
Positive. He won't be looking for Ethan Crane's stalker anymore. Unless he plans on going on some wild goose chase to South America. I told you, luck's on my side.
I just wish I could say the same.
What do you mean?
I just got offered a corporate sponsorship by Crane Industries.
Oh, that's incredible.
But my dad turned it down.
He what? Why? Weren't you and your parents hoping someone would sponsor you?
Having a corporate sponsor would help us pay for the cost of training, equipment, travel expenses to tournaments. I mean, the more tournaments I play, the better chance I have to qualify for the Olympic team.
Plus, having a sponsor like Crane Industries would make you the talk of the tennis world, Whitney. Everyone would know who you are.
But the most important thing is that it would relieve financial pressure off of my parents. I mean, they never complain, but I know they sacrifice so much just so I can play.
Then why did your dad turn this down? I would think he'd be thrilled.
Me too, but I took him over there to meet Mr. Crane, and he said no.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Whitney.
I'm just going to find another sponsor.
Sure you will. One day, you'll be a famous tennis star.
And you're going to be a famous fashion designer.
That's right. That's why this job as Ivy Crane's personal secretary is so important to me. I could learn so much, meet important people, make contacts. This job is my ticket into the future. I just can't let anything stop me. Thank goodness you're still here. Mrs. Crane wants us to be her guests for lunch.
Tell her thanks, but no thanks.
Are you crazy, Whitney? Just think of it. The two of us having lunch at the country club. It means we've arrived.
If you believe that, you're a fool, Teresa.
What in the world is the matter with you, Whitney?
I just don't want to have lunch here, that's all.
Why?
My grandfather worked here as a caddy and a groundskeeper. And my dad caddied here when he was my age. But they weren't allowed to play on the golf course or eat in the restaurant.
But all that's changed now.
Has it? How many black faces did you see on the terrace just now? Or on the golf course? People never say anything, but we know that they still have the same restrictions as they did back then.
Why do you give tennis lessons here?
I'm thinking of giving it up. I'm going to find a new job.
I never knew you felt this way. Did something happen?
This morning, my father asked me how things were going. Was everybody treating me okay? I knew what he meant. I said yes, but it got me thinking.
Did somebody say something to you?
They don't have to say anything, Teresa. I see it in their eyes. The look they give me when they see me, like, what is she doing here? And then they feel guilty and give me some phony smile because they don't want me to know what they're thinking. They do.
Oh, Whitney.
I'd be a hypocrite if I had lunch with people like that.
That's exactly why you have to stay.
I don't think you understand, Teresa.
Of course I understand, Whitney. I'm half Latina. I don't see any of my mother's people out there on the golf course either. We can't let those wealthy people drive us away. They're not better than us.
That's true.
So, they look at us funny today. So what? One day, when you're a famous tennis star and I'm a famous fashion designer, we'll be members here too. And our families will be members. And we'll throw big, fancy parties.
And we'll dance on the golf course and change the rules and invite everyone.
No one will tell us where we don't belong.
And if they do, we will wipe the floor with them.
Now you're talking.
Gotcha. You think you're pretty clever, don't you?
I don't understand.
You told me that the girl that I'm looking for, the stalker, moved to South America.
Well, she did.
I talked to the gardener this morning. He says that he saw the woman in my sketch right here at the club this morning. You lied to me.
Well, the girl told me she was moving.
I don't believe you. You're covering for her.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Maybe you're friends with her. Wait a minute. There's something weird going on here. Don't I know you? You know this girl.
Stop playing around, Simone. But my sister just thinks it's funny to play games with people, that's all. I do not. You know perfectly well you don't know the girl in that sketch. I mean, it's one thing to kid around with your friends, Simone, but this is a private eye. This is not a joke. And I'll tell Mom and Dad what you're up to with Kay.
My sister's right. I don't know this girl.
You're the one who stopped the other girl from IDing the photograph the other day. The two of you are in this together. You're both trying to cover up for the stalker, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The game is over. Now start talking. Two of you are up to.
I told you...
Forget it. Listen, I hope you're going to be a little bit more reasonable than your friend. You don't want to make this any worse than it already is.
What's going on here?
I found your son's stalker, Mrs. Crane.